Hi, folks. I'd like to give you a quick tour of some of the things that the Design Hub is able to do for you, for our faculty. We did a real hard right hand turn when COVID hit and we went fully remote as everybody else did. So we've changed a little bit of what our emphasis is for being able to work for you. We still have the same crew. There's me, Randy Schuster. There's Professor Tack, Professor Veronica Torres, there's Professor Matthew Storr, and we get all of our support from workforce development and the various programs and departments that we're helping and working with. But I just wanted to show you a few of the things that you might see. Now, some of you might have, some of you who are department chairs might know that we just rolled out for the SLO AC, SLO Assessment Committee, a linguistic assessment comparison tool so that you could compare your um, department level, program level SLOs to your course level SLOs without doing a lot of work. And so that's an example of some of the programming that we've got going on. TAC will be able to tell you more if you come to um, our live Google Meet or live Zoom Meet on Flex Day about some of the Professor's Little Helpers programs that are being written and are just about ready to roll out for you. Um, but we also did a huge amount of work in the last 6 months or so on making professional quality tutorials for design tech and the college. And so we've got now these are all available on a tech ed YouTube platform, but we decided in design tech that we wanted our own version of it so that our students can find it lickety split on ours. So we had the Design Hub create a little website for us with some of the tutorials that are directly for us. So you can see how to access our VMware, our Autodesk tutorials, which we have a lot of, Google Drive tutorials, just general computer tutorials. So those are all there for us. And we have a process where we can get information so that students can put in keywords at split times so that they're easy to find. Also, put together a lot of our own. Um, they put together some of the lecture ones that were specific to my classes, so that you can see here for our different professors, we've got the ability to um, go to our own instructional stuff. So that's really cool. We've got some really good editors. We do animations, we do live screen, we do lots of cool stuff like that. So if you're interested, of course, then contact the Design Hub. You can just email Prof Tack, myself, Randy Schuster, Prof Torres, Veronica Torres, or Matthew Storr. Or you can just kind of like Google us a little bit and see if you can find us. Nah, just give us an email. That's the best way. So there's one thing we can do for you. We can make tutorials that are really pretty high quality. These are professional level, and we've got some very talented interns doing that. But there's another thing that came up is we did some simulations for us, and you'll see that there's four types that we kind of categorize them. They're virtual tours, and I'm going to show you some of these. There's virtual tours that you can do. These are the panoramic 360, but we can embed lots of stuff into them. There's skill building tools. These are web based or computer based sim environments that are built in a game engine. The one you're seeing here saved me literally. I had a survey class that I could not go out and do survey, so we did it in a 3D environment. There's just environments where you do stuff. This is our moon rover, where you go find things that Alan Shepard left behind on the moon, his golf club and his golf balls. And then we made a 3D viewer so that you can see things in a way that's really easy to work. So let me show you some of these. Let's go to the virtual tour page. And you'll see we are in the process of making some little videos about what it is and how to play. But check this thing out. This is kind of cool. It's a virtual tour. And so you can see we were actually able to make an environment of the ARC Weld Shop. And you can go from area to area. And as we look through here, there's things that you can click on. So there's something about a fire extinguisher, and there's a fire. There's little clickable things all through here. If you look around, you can see some cool stuff. Here's another one where what goes in the locker, what comes over here, wash your hands. So these are all cool things that we're able to put into here for you. And we work with the weld department in this case to do this one, and we can do more. So that's a really cool technology that we've got. The skill building tools, let's go look and see some of those. We've got 2 of them online right now. We've got Survey, which is either GPS, and it's really not GPS, it's XYZ, or Transit Type. Again, we have one of these. And for another class that we did last spring was the Drone Flight Simulator. And we've got a version for Windows and a version for Mac. And this was vetted by some of our pilots. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what this looks like. Yep, we want to go there. Let's go there. It is. And you'll see that we can actually go into a site and survey. So I've got lines for transit. I can walk around and I can go right and I can go left and I can go backwards and things like that. And I can place on the ground, I can place a rod and I can get the XYZ reading of the rod. Or I can actually look at it through my transit and catch my rod reading, my angle, my azimuth angle, and the distance to the rod. So I was able to give them the good basic training of survey without having to go out into the field, and it saved me. So that's another type of thing that we're able to do. We've got one more on here, which is that's not on here yet, which is a forklift driving game that you can drive through a shop and try to pick things up and put them down without hitting all the machines. So that was kind of a cool one too. I don't know why I'm in this view. I should be in my published view. There we are. Nope. Let me come back here and go to my published view. That's why it looks a little bit funny. So there we are. So then we've got the activity environments, which we've got Drop Bear Falls, which we did for Australian National University. We've got a construction project that we did in Minecraft. So we've got interns that are able to create, and this was a full construction project. They had to, per the drawing, they had to grub a site and clear a site and excavate a site and backfill and fill and pour concrete and pour a pad and make a building. And then somebody came in and did a survey of it. So that was kind of cool that we were able to use Minecraft. We're able to use Unity. So here's just a little example of what the game looks like and the game description. And this is another weld shop one that was done in a different platform than the one that you saw, so we can make whatever. Our moon rover. Oh, here's our forklift. Let's see if I can actually drive a forklift very well. Let's see. I'm going to pick a 4x8 sheet, and let's see if I can drive through here without crashing. I'm going to move over a litll bit. Now I'm going to try to make a turn. And oh, I crashed. Darn it. I'm not very good at driving a forklift, as you see. So there's another type of game that's available. And we've got our viewer that we only have one of these up here right now, but you'll get to see how these viewers work. We can put any 3D object into this viewer. And what we did is we made our own viewer because the viewers that we saw online were not giving us the controls that we wanted. So we can set our lighting to work how we want. We can set some wobble so that we can make it look like it's moving just a little bit. We can zoom in, we can zoom out, and we can turn along the x-axis and along the y-axis so that you can really get some good stuff off of it. And we can put pretty much anything on here, and we can of course reset so we get back. So this is we're building up our library of these, and if you're interested, if you have some 3D objects, right now we're not able to scan because we're not allowed onto campus, but as soon as we can get back in there, we can get our scanner back up and running also. This was a 3D scan, but if you have a 3D model, we can certainly create these for you, and we would love to have that type of work for our interns. And then we're also in the process of creating some 2D games. This one, as an example, is using Google Slides. This one is in a Prezi right now. These are all educational games. They're being developed right now as concepts for Australian National University's creative communication crew out of the CCC. And they're asking us to develop technology that's faculty friendly, that they can create games with, where they can put in their own information. So we've got an intern, a team of interns working on these 2D type games where we're developing right now the technology to make it easy for a faculty member to put in their own information, their own content knowledge base, whereas right now we have to do everything, but we're working on that. So kind of a cool thing. Those are some of the things that we can do for you. So we're looking forward to hearing from you. Our goal, our mission, our desire is to serve faculty in a way that makes teaching easier and more interesting for the faculty member, and to allow the faculty member to have great control over content in these new ways of doing things. So if you've got any questions, please come to our Zoom Flex Meet. I think it's at 10:30 on Thursday. But look, if this is good enough for you, that's really cool. And just give an email shout out to Randy Schuster, Veronica Torres, Takai Young, or Matthew Storr. And one of us will get back to you, and we'll see what we can do for you. Thank you.